Oh yeah, yeah. The breeze but the mind, treasure by the beats. Oh, it's been a long time coming. Oh, one time, still not say. Mambo chick, not the rock, but take it back. Taking beats and talking jump. We all the family, may we follow the plan of peace, love, and harmony. All we need, not for living unity. Forgive and forget, let we not go regret. You think they wake it happy anytime we fret. Boss, knocking bando begin. Always do your best, not for hot you can be. Ring, and you ready for the ring. Make you call, let we talk, real talk. Oh yeah, hello. I can't think out, make we talk, real talk. Oh nah. Make you think out, let we talk, some real talk. Oh yeah. So you think come, yeah, for real talk. Oh yeah. Vanity, all not vanity, but that's gonna go stop pulling down and give plenty. The other one, properly body. We think catch the other one from the talk. Now it's a beat. If you not like your reality, change your mentality. No fussing and fighting security. All you never tight, but keep up out of sight. In your darkest night, now ain't gonna be your light. Real talk. Oh yeah, hello. I can't think out, make no talk. Real talk. Oh nah. I make you think out, let me talk. Some real talk. Oh yeah. So you think come, yeah, for real talk. Oh yeah. I'll follow. Hello, my family. I'm someone that they with the great to now Salona do kusha cabo salon people free tongue bo makini kene makailau daru pujen and inside you day Europe, America, Australia, Africa. We salute you now. I will say welcome to Real Talk on this wonderful day. The few days now free tongue, it don't rain heavily. So they open to us go that we're not gonna see any damage because 2 days ago, couple of years ago, I think it was 2017 or so, we experienced the most like August 14th. Whatever, thank you till the 16th, I guess. And even though we don't see photos and videos of some few things, but I'm not hearing of any major thing. I'm not hearing of any major thing. So you will in a south side after the run, be very careful and watch yourself, watch your family, watch your neighbor, watch for your neighbor, and they will all be safe even as they in the fall. Well, today we want to talk about something very, very important. Everything we talk here is very important. Okay, so we will talk to you. My name is Jonathan Thorpe and Sonne Multimedia Technology. Yes, I am the power of this particular one. Same way, so the Lyrikal Foundation and Initiative Journal for being a country. We say here talk now. They create a platform for open and honest conversation about everything Sierra Leone and Sierra Leonean. We'd always say with the way how we think that in the make we behave, the way how they behave, with actions, with attitude, the way how they behave, right or wrong, and they become with habits. And with habits, to a large extent, greater extent, it determines also where we end up. The people that can say if you load an ungrateful boat, you land and regret to have. And with our success life, they be governed by principles. This life not to magic. Nothing happens by chance. Nothing happens by accident. Even if you know aware of that, usa you dey, usa are dey, wetin dey happen to me and you anytime we dey as among people dem. Na something wey we don do na make we dey usa we dey, or something wey we no do. You see, somebody once talk say in life, sometimes dem dey we no dey regret the things we do. We dey sorry, we dey regret the things wey we no do. Sometimes there are things we no dey do, wey we suppose for do, na make we dey usa we dey. Same way so, there are things wey we dey do wey we no suppose for do. So we get for learn for do the right thing at the right time. I always dey make mention, we dey admire Europe, America. Now the place to be is Dubai. Yes, me, I like Dubai, this me enter. You know, I mean, I don't hear so much about the place that I can't wait to go there. You know, but all of these places where we all admire arts, they not become wetin dem become by chance. Na deliberate thing dem do. People dem take deliberate steps for make dem do something dey so. Yeah. It has nothing to do with religion. It has nothing to do with ancestors. It has everything to do with you as an individual. It has everything to do with me as an individual. As a matter of fact, even the so-called developed world where we admire it, the society go collapse if the one dem wey dey now, this current generation, no hold fast to the very principles wey dem grandpa dem dey hold on to make them become envy of other nations. That's what life is all about. If you violate the principles of life, inside them principle and you get consequences. For example, we don't talk about over and over. That's the principle of gravity. Anything we go up in the canon. So anybody will decide say he want to violate that principle without activating a higher principle, in a crash. Because in the principle of gravity, we say anything will go up the candle, other thing they inside the window can open one. Okay, the word is explicit. It's not explicit, it's not clear, but it is implicit, that it is implied. For example, woman get belly, yeah, then a bone. They say, hey, no man don't bone, no, you don't bone, no, that you ask. My girl picking a bone, they say no. Nobody ask if that boy picking. You don't have to. Hey, na boy picking, you say no. Hey, like, if you're not a boy, na girl. If you're not a girl, na boy. So once you ask that boy, they say no. Nobody asks, because definitely, if it's not a boy, it's a girl. But explicit, it implies. That's the word. It implies. So in the principle of gravity, the consequences of violating the principle, they're inside the principle. So listen, the principle say anything will go up in a candle. Then I warning for tell you say, not try to go up because you're in a candle. Except you activate a higher principle. So that person will say, it want cross from, for example, from U building, from going to National Stadium without another kind of that is step. I see it left, boom. By God in power, no more go get together to broke foot if you not die. Because by the time you violate the principle, what's going to happen? You they attract, like a magnet, you they attract the negative consequences of that principle, whatever it is. Same way so, when you obey the principles, automatically, whether you know them or not, you they attract the positive consequences of that principle. That's why when picking small, when they teach we teach you picking them. Well, I hope so you teach you them. We were for cross and teach you go the primary school. You say you look left, you look right, you look left again before you cross. That's a principle. In other words, if you don't look left and look right and look left again, you cross, chances are you're going to get hit by a vehicle, which kind of bang you. I begin to take some time to understand that thing they say. You look left, you look right, and you look left back for a reason. You look left, you might not see a vehicle coming. You look right. Maybe the time you turn right, they look another vehicle they come from the left, so you don't see. That's why you have to double check the left before you cross. Anybody will just come past normal like that. In an accident. It's the same thing when person they drive or ride. If somebody does approach the interception, the junction, and not check, they cause accident. And some accident then they once you violate one principle, so you want to suffer the consequence of the principle. That's why we are where we are in Sierra Leone. Because over the years, we don't keep on the violate the principles of life. We don't violate and say, oh geez, now the thing so heavy on we, the consequences of the actions or inactions therein or thereof is so heavy on we that we don't know how to handle up. Over the cast blames, you know. And sometimes, when I listen to people they talk, we with the soap we say, we know they address the issues because we're afraid for confront the issues. Look, there's an append with the men now attacks medicine the men now. Bitter medicine na the men sickness. And as some people if we don't get to that point, we start with the swell of them bitter pills then they and talk to yourself strongly. No sentiments will never experience what we expect. I mean, we will only desire. Because I will not talk over and over. Salon and the landscape, the country landscape, now we make or break the country. So when I talk about morality, we talk about the principles of governance, self-government, morality. If you don't govern yourself, you can't govern anything, anywhere, anybody. Okay, we talk about morals, we talk about right or wrong behavior, conduct. There are things that they were right, things that they were not right. These things that they're trying. Now God got self in place, and nobody, including Christians, nobody but they cancel it. You cannot be cancelled. Yeah, and right and wrong behavior. Look at the responsibility of the family for teach the beginning these morals, principles of life. I got a very interesting chat with my brother-in-law this Sunday. You know, it just confirmed all the things we're going to share on here to ask him some questions. He's a medical doctor. So the things that we will discuss, I'm not going to share now because it does show why make we do with the acceleration. This is a professional, qualified medical doctor. Yeah. Why should they talk? You know, well, there's a big word in English when I say extrapolate. You pull something there from the talk where you talk, something the way you talk makes sense with regards to what we talk over and over, at least for the past 1 year consistently every Wednesday, every Tuesday. So, not a magic. There are behaviors we right, there are behaviors we wrong. Basic things. What picky waking in the morning? You teach them say, the first thing you do, you brush your mouth, you wash your face. If you ever you even greet your parents, them. That's what they taught us. But now, people they go and think they're not even taking it, and they're not even worse. Somebody can tell me say what that person they wash in advance. They quit today so they wash today for tomorrow. They brush a much today for tomorrow. So tomorrow come, anybody that wash, take a bath, and anybody that basic things. We'll teach you picking anything and anything because if you don't do that, you develop bad smell, bad odor. Not to a person big in the land anything. Teach them when you wake up in the morning, you spread your bed. It looks so insignificant, but that discipline you teach us to spread your bed. This is the morals, this is the right things. When you wake up in the morning, greet mommy, greet daddy, greet mama, greet papa. When you go to do, you see neighbor them, greet them. Anybody make pass you, greet. When you pass now, people compound, yard road, shortcut, greet. Till date, anytime I go, Once I pass that person in compound, I dey greet them. Most of the people that work away that some certain communities, they can just pass. I can find that awkward. How you go and pass that person in compound? You don't greet her. They not teach them. You not sabi. I was taught as a child, small boy. It's still there inside me. Anytime I go, once I pass that person in compound, I dey greet am. Another na where I big, where I become an adult. Now what small alana. Then teach me when I be small. So when you go school, when they say run, not join them. Find a safe place and keep yourself there. If you're not able for Canada host, guess what? We teach our children the same thing. Because we live in the outskirts of Freetown, every now and then when they give them scenarios, if you didn't at school, so and so happen, just fence so, fence so, fence so. Because that's the society we live in. They never understand anything. But a home, usai picking them, no, they don't teach picking them, then thing them. When them picking them grow up, now then they become problem in that society. It has nothing to do with wealth, riches, poverty. No. It has nothing to do with status or status, whatever you call it, how you pronounce it. It has everything to do with values. So, person will get money, get fine house, but you don't get one value. You don't get one value. One value they don't get. Because when they be small, they don't teach them anything. So when it dey in place of authority, now stupid thing they do. What the place of authority? I mean from governance scandal. You put them as chairman, a market traders union, and you do stupid things. You make a chair in a market women's committee. Now rubbish they do. Because you not sabi that thing them. People relationship, you not sabi. Nobody not teacher. And these people, educated and uneducated, literate and illiterate, now then they cause problem in society. Because they don't get one morals. They don't know what in a right and wrong behavior. They don't know how to talk to a company man, let alone how to address a woman. When they say woman, jeez. They're not sabi. It go school. It's a bit if you speak also, you go facing that with man. But they don't get one values. That is what is missing in Sierra Leone. And until we address that issue, then we dey waste with them. We don't say soap we say. Not them for make hypocrite. We dey soap we say. In fact, okay, I left that side. Right and wrong behavior. Everything in life get DNA. Everything. You see, the animals, them are instinct God give them. God gave animals instinct. But human beings, it give me reasoning. Now, for reason, for think something, for process something, it has nothing to do with education. It has nothing to do with education. Trust me. Look, I can always tell people, if there's anything higher than PhD, get some. But when it comes to the real life, sometimes things don't matter. I don't see people the way that this country, the land book, but oh jeez, the thing that when they do, you go wonder. It better if they not be ever go school. It better they not be ever go school. In fact, and then they cause the most havoc, the most problem in society. Because not to education the problem, not to a lack of education the problem either. I don't know. Gambia is smaller than Sierra Leone in size population. But I don't know. I don't ever check up the literacy percentage between Gambia and Sierra Leone. But go to the Gambia, see how people that civilize. I'm talking over and over now. So can they laugh at Guinea man? Hey, Guinea man not civilized. The gods ask the people. Nonsense. It's BS. Which country will they advance the people? Where are the people they make the country? And with arrogance, we can just spew things. Values. We get reasoning, we get conscience. But again, all of these things don't happen by accident. So you go ask your question now. What do we do? Because people don't become adults. That's why we are talking. We don't talk. Because when somebody hears something over and over and over, Again, it's a question of choice. You can choose for change, you can choose not for change. But believe you me, what happened in the country the past week tells me that you get majority of Sierra Leoneans then we get common sense. We get majority of Sierra Leoneans then they will get common sense. The majority, they're not full. So you gone are the days where anybody will just talk any stupid thing and for them just jump like saying that for food. No, those days are gone, dead and gone. Because morals, values, that's something very important. Right or wrong behavior, you're in an office. You just need for the knack woman ways. You don't get one respect. They're not teaching say if you respect woman, they're not teaching that one day. They touch woman anyhow. Then you self one the woman, you encourage the nonsense. Because you feel say if you talk, then go feel like say you dey out of touch, except if you enjoy the touch. Morals. You a big man. You not say nobody for the wrong being. And that's just one girl picking it. And then the wrong being for touch. Yes, they say hands off our girls, so often hands on the girls. Shame on you. Morals. Then when you don't take small picking, teenager for that matter, you don't pray them for people there. What you expect for happen to her? You just want destroy life. There's someone for that again, some man again. Not the only one being small girl picking. Now they run behind them, small about them. Yes, you the wrong behind them, small about them. I make a tell you what you can do to them. Shame on you. Morals, where are the values? When you don't sodomize the bubble, you don't sodomize, you don't go harassing life sexually. Yes, you're a man. You take small about them, you get sex with them, you just sodomize them. You just don't destroy their life, and by extension, you destroy the nation. So these boys grow up, they're angry about their life. They can't talk about it. And they're going to ask the cause problem because you don't destroy their life. Because they're one value, they're one moral in life. You until we address these issues, we don't waste with them. And because people don't get values, there was one in Europe and America, they take people there for going and sleep, for go fetch policeman. You stupid. That's what I say. I say you're really stupid. What happened to your morality? What happened to them? Then I tell people that say, what you see happen at Salon Show that weekly August 10, now different strata, different layer. It starts with the family. There was no way. We young picking the way we born, me and my wife, they go down streets. No way, there was no way. You know why? Because we don't teach them. So my question when they ask myself, where the mama them, where the papa they were getting picking the where were they when these young ones just take to the street like that? Okay, where the big brother them, where the big sister them, where the auntie them, the uncle them, where the neighbor them. For the longest time, some of these young ones, then they go by themselves in the streets, they don't jump in the streets. Nobody don't care about them. Nobody don't care about them. So they don't get any value. And I tell you what, when it died in a buff case, you know that and know that. We all know that one. Human rights will come and go, give them 2 weeks. You don't know. So if you get sense, teach you picking them. Teach you picking them. But again, you and the mama and papa, you don't even get any standard what you get for yourself. So what you go tell you picking now? We talk about these things a lot, my wife and I, we have a community. Just this gone Saturday, we do some work, 9, remember that's what we're going in Jibo. 9, yeah, some other picking, and then about then 5, 6, 3 years picking, I tell you about so. Then they pass on to the home gates, 9, the one. Okay, now the gym when I enforce one can because they can comment on the pass, they come and the Instagram, any kind of thing. Then the other picking, they can say, Jibo, stone them. So right there, I call them all, so stop picking them so. This other was saying go big Jibo, this go stone. I said, no, not so you supposed to do. What do you do? It has this to me. Basically, I talk with them and I ask them if there's a bit play games. If a bit play balance ball, they say yes. If a bit play touch, they say no. I've gone for them. I showed them how to play touch. By the time I finished with them, they were all smiling. Them picking, they're not serving anything in it. Nobody not teaching them anything in it. When we're small, we get all kind of games for the day. So we don't get time for going and say for go demonstrate for that. That fam to refract them. So before they're done, I don't talk to them. Anybody do something? Lay go play, not touch. Even when they go far off, when Jibo and Bonga they call, hey look Jibo, they're still up, and they call me because I was standing there. And not to say, somebody come back. Hey, because last time they passed the community, now tell us okay, check the compound to me, then they get then come. And they cancel. That's not gonna go. They go one way back. We don't spoil. They say the one day we bow. Now you father to my wife. So I go talk to auntie. They go to my wife, and I say my wife engaged them for over 10, 15, 20 minutes. She was talking with them. Okay, at the wife from a distance, I realized they don't tire, so I interrupt the conversation. I was shocked. When I reached there, one panel made the talk in Papa. It's so disheartening. It's so disheartening. Then you see what to make relation, what to make with those everyday. We the parents then will bear the most responsibility for anything to happen in this country. You get a responsibility for teach you beginning and waiting rights. Then will so tell me what say. Then they go and get again and then can copy. Then they sell them. So then go help them papa and then parents them for paying their school for the school open. That's in the touch my heart. At their age, the oldest would have been something like probably 13 about that. But when they don't go, then we have the terminal say the one in Papa, they do kush. It is smoke kush, then it is sell kush. How you would smoke kush and sell kush for you picking of 13 years? You simply they tell the picking say, sell kush, do kush. You're so irresponsible. That's why we are where we are. And we don't have to talk about anything in it. We don't have to talk about anything in it. Now then it starts. The other one that in the time Papa, they say, hey Papa, this smoke when you smoke so not good. You have to say when he advising Papa, Papa left for smoke. This Bobo, and they reach 10 years of age. And they pass at this community, they go and get again and they can't comprehend. So we don't tell them say every Saturday, 9 in the morning, when I come now we talk to her. That's the role they play. So when they're talking also, not about us toxic, that's something what they practice. And I tell you categorically clear, say, this country, until we get these values right in society, no, just forget. Trust me. And when they talk so a cut across board, including whether you're a politician, you're a businessman, you're an accountant, lawyer. Look, a lawyer will get morals, good morals and values. You know they go do quack judgments. Go and get money. You know they turn somebody into to lie. You know they ever get involved in injustice because you get conscience. You get conscience. Look, God give us a man listening. This real talk, I don't always talk. Elect me one grade they talk. Say another one problem with her. Once it's on the internet, it lives forever. Somewhere down the line, somebody go bump into her. Now this they change society. Now this they make America, Europe, Dubai, they all. I make the deal to this today. But unfortunately, the other side of it, then the Europe and the America, they don't begin what's their value so see what they happen in their own society and they want for copy. Let's say this. Anybody who thinks the European Union, United Nations, or even the US Embassy, the UK, British High Commission, now people that wait for trust, just forget you, they make the greatest mistake in your life. You they make the greatest mistake in your life. The same nonsense when they don't encourage that Europe and America, women and society they crumble, and that same stupidity they want to bring Ghana Africa. I will not protect that. That issue of entitlement. Nobody is entitled to anything. No. People they work for what they need, what they want. You can work for them. No, but listen, like the European they say, go there and see that you like for demonstrate. No, there are laws in the country. Whether you like it or not, like the president, hate the president, that's not your choice. But there are principles when govern every society. You don't go to class, you say because you don't like the lecturer, you burn the class. You're stupid. No, every institution gets rules and regulations. The best you can do, if you don't like the rules and regulations, left the institution. Look, if you don't like Sierra Leone, move, go, left free na ya, left free, you go. What should I say for what you know? You don't been there when the war happened in this country, no, so. I make you should know Europe or America, they tell people beginning for go dance dance. You're not wicked human being. You don't get morals, you don't get one value. You don't get one value. The owner whether for the share that guy with the cost. Owner on shame on that. What? It can surprise me. People that went go school, they share person where they cost by me cost. Really, it just show you how we don't deteriorate with morals. You tell us small for cost by me cost, not taboo. You may say cost by me cost, then they beat you like say you ain't no day. But now when you share audio of somebody in the cost president mama, then when they share that, we're proud of that. It show you how we don't become depraved in we're thinking as Sierra Leoneans. And as we continue, as long as we continue for go down that road, now we just kiss the future goodbye. That's not how it works in society. When they go to school with real job before the corona, we teach the beginning because for we who believe say we have to go down to the children and then therefore change this nation. Because on the adults them, most people now their own selfish game. They don't mind for use you, they kill you for your mama and papa. Once they get what they want, they're not busy about you. Then they say go to sleep, they begin they all not go to sleep. If you really believe in what you believe, bring yourself kind of freedom, can't go to street. If you believe what you do, say it correct, go to street. As it say in free town, I write on social media. I'm not afraid, I'm not a customer, I speak the truth. Hey, I think so this wrong. Someone like it's gonna they message me, hey, bro, I don't cost nobody. When I speak the truth, can't hold me. I don't get problem with them. I don't get for talking the truth. I need for talking the truth. Because I'm not an angel, but I get small morals. When we go to schools, we teach them picking out these very things, we bring them to the level. Teach them. What's it mean? Because I'm for change the country. You're not entitled to anything. Nobody owe you anything in this life. No. We just begin and say, because what's they come from the West, will they import some of them? If we not streamline them, if we not watch them, will they destroy our society? Human rights, it is good. I believe in human rights. I study about human rights. I practice human rights. But every human right gets a human responsibility. That is what they don't tell you. We tell them begin and say, you have a right to play. It is your right to play. But also, you get a responsibility not for scrap you by the way you play. It's your responsibility. So not because you get right now, you go bash your body, kick your body, any kind of way. Once you go kick and scrotum, you damage her for life because you get right. No, also you right stop. That's where somebody else your rights begin. So every right gets a responsibility. If you can't show that the responsibility, then forget about your rights. Forget about your rights. No one mix up box of this thing. This country is so simple, but will they allow the immoral things for push me? Will they allow the immoral things for drag we go down? And until we do that one day, a problem. And as I said, this is cut across from school, from the host to the society, to the community, social media, and also I don't live. I know they see somebody do wrong, I don't tell them say wrong. I don't go curse you, but they walk up to you. I don't also how they so I don't see people then they first. This guy one go knock belly woman. I had to sprint from in my house. Jump going to separate them. Come between them. Tell us about them. No, you're wrong. You're not supposed to beat woman. You were a bitch woman. You're a stupid man. Right in front of your face. I don't care if you let come. I mean, now your business. It's your cup of tea. You can drink it. Why is one man make? Hey, make no, 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 no. We can't cut it for soap. Bender. Now, you need harsh treatment. Why say harsh treatment? I mean, say speak the truth. Even when it's not pleasant, speak up. Morals. With morals in the society, it don't go on. It don't so good on. Now make mama, now ain't gonna send in small here picking to man. For them, because the man they bring money. Hey, bro, you don't go fly akara yourself, you don't go fly pancake seller. And you picking you up for use as business. Go. You don't go fly pancake. When you go to the medical field, that's why people they die in this country. Now, when I get that conversation I tell you about, it breaks me heart. It so break me heart. You say you're a doctor, you don't go study, fine. You refuse to go practice at the hospital then. Okay, fine, the pay not good, the pay fine. But you don't come out and say that public health. Now all you do now for lobby, for get money for take care of public health. So even the one that for go to the hospital, you just stop her. Then there are people when I study medicine, they only study. I get to understand the public health now just one aspect of the medicine, medical something. Somebody they went, some people that they will not study medicine at all, but they study public health. And then people that they go put in charge of people in health. That's why people that die in the country stupid one. That's the problem. That's the problem. We they put for the longest time we get self in this country, square pegs inside round holes, just because of sentiments. Where are the morals? Morality. It's set with me as an individual. I read a piece a very good friend of mine sent to me, among other things that will make sense to me. So I may read them about Julius Spencer, Dr. Julius Spencer, waiting there for Bakaba. Me na one person when me dey vex for Bakaba. Trust me, I've been vexed for today because I don't know what I know now. But see the thing, they can use tact and diplomacy for address a very difficult situation. Very important. Very important for use wisdom. Look, Usai, you know their voice when they address these issues. They allow strange voice. Nature, not the encourage space. Same way so, the one that was supposed for the talk, whether our government, whether the religious leaders address these issues, when they refuse to talk out, now make you get a voice way so profane voice, dirty voice. They go all over the place, they cause over the country. But as long as some of we day, we continue to talk this. Talk out. I get people that usually when I can put some stuff on social media, especially Facebook, they can't blast. But all through this period, they not talk because that's what they're talking about too. Anybody, I don't care what that you mean, one can become leader in this country, can register, that's the norm. Now, they cannot sit. You mama, you papa, when you picking up any grade you're supposed to get, let it repeat, make us strong in any academic base. Not going to begin fan way for make it pass for most of the SS1. We don't say it again. We don't say if you don't get a grade, we will take you for SS1. You repeat. You repeat. Yes, you repeat. Because if you don't make that beginning, make it be grounded. You push them because you not make it feel bad. Look, you are doing her, you're doing the picking, he or him or her, the service. You do yourself the service, and by extension, you they do the nation the service. You should make a say it start from the family. I remember back in the days, I mean, get two of my brothers, they waited to make it back in the days. They don't be get, they be fast, but they don't be strong. And I advise them, I say, look, I'd advise you now, and I'll go back and go do it. It's a difficult thing to do, for repeats, but it takes nothing off you. It takes nothing off you. Again, it starts with the family. So this whole thing about morality and this thing and this thing, but then it starts with the family units. When somebody become prominent in society, whether in a civil service, again, whether in civil society, whether in politics, this thing cut across the board. A politician will not get morals, will also do stupid things. I don't care what that means. A man in uniform, policeman, soldier man, prison officer, security guard, if you don't get morals, if you do stupid things, I don't care what that you be. 1 + 1, now 2. You be soldier man, you be president, you be minister, you be ambassador, you be member of parliament, civil society, you be like two man, anybody you be, 1 + 1 are 2. It doesn't change for you. You're not gonna say, because we're not president, no, 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 no. It doesn't change. It is what it is. So this talk also, every week we're gonna talk. We're gonna go through all of this. And by the grace of God, when the rain ceases, when they take this to communities. Because on a personal note, being as personal the things say, that's how we're gonna change the communities. Now because the young ones there now, they're not sabi anything them. Nobody not teach them. Mama not sabi. Papa not sabi. We get a commission for, I think they call it civic education from 2018. I don't ever hear it, maybe in the middle they say, I don't ever hear it and not talk about civic education. Just say it's money back. It's money back. I don't hear anything about civic education, no significant thing. When this whole thing happened on the interview, this gentleman at TV, in fact, that was the first time I know myself, National Youth President. He embarrassed himself on the television show. That's why I say, you embarrass yourself, but you embarrass yourself because on all, they eat money, work. No, they do. What's the thing happen now? On all going at TV, they talk blah, 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 blah. You just want to voice them, talk. So talk. They talk, what you know they do. Talk what you know they do. Then we wait now for the next incident. Let other people that lost their life. When you come back, you can't talk again, you talk at television. Shame on us. We have to be proactive, and that's how it's going to be. That's real talk, man. That's how we roll. Yeah? We don't soap nothing. Stick with the principles. Stick with the issues of life. That's how it's going to be. You know, art for delivery too. You know, art. If only we get this message to the one that we forget them. Basically, the beginning. The young people then are more of damage control now. As for the older generation, let's forget. I didn't say the name beyond redemption, but not that waste your time because for them it's a status quo. Because even within their own system, trying to infect themselves because I mean it don't be entrenched. So the young one then we can do some damage control. That's why Lyrikal Foundation will join with Pleroma before the end of this month or by the end of this month, we'll get a one-day workshop. Hopefully we will communicate that one day. We get the young one a day. Talk with them. These very things they share with them. Now we can't go to the school because of 1 or 2 challenges, but by the grace of God, by the time they read this with the trust God, we'll take this same message down to communities. Let me talk this talk here. So, who that you member of parliament? Who that you councillor? You get like for asking question. It get for be an uphill task. Some man for vex because no one people there for know the truth. That money they give you for your constituency, for your ward, what you do with them? You get like for ask them. Personally, I believe so. You don't need government for succeed in this life. You don't need government for succeed in this life. Government only they for bring stability. But me and you know say salon people then and they make China they give entry. All land we don't come on a house, make salon. What they see. Not to governments make them popular, and salon make them popular. That same thing they only for transcendent to be communities. That same way with the BN, people the housemates, salon, with the votes, that you vote and give them money. And you make them become popular. Let me take that same energy there. No put up as these people, you don't sabi them. They don't live in your community. You know what I mean? You money may get that back. Hey, they don't go to buy, they don't go eat, they don't go dwell out. You should know your community, you don't get good water. Take that same energy there. Put it inside the community. When I get that as a community, when I get on my own water preservation, the going to see the council, get some of them save water for the next 6 months. When you do that one day, you can bully a member of parliament and say, we don't want you. You can tell council and say, we don't want you. Because then give money for can fix it, you don't fix them. If you begin that level there, believe you me, it's not the change. But they don't want you for no thing a day. They don't want you for no thing a day. To be informed, the more they are. That's why they don't make commission for civic education. When they teach any civic education, what is doing? Oh, there's nothing. They want to keep you dumb, uninformed. That's how they rule. That's how they are powerful. It's not only in Sierra Leone, that's how it works all around the world, Europe, America. I watch these things, I study these things. So we take them to the people then. Yeah, Joe. Take them to the people then. According to the law. Then we get engaged. We don't want to wait till when they blow for election, we can't be here that thing them. So we need to be proactive. We they put yourself in the firing line. Because definitely the wicked one they're not going to make people they them thing they go fight back. But that's what it is. I mean, uphold morals. Mama, Papa, go back. You know, let it make you reverse. Now, Bobo, when we have talked to that day, so now advise Papa, say, hey, Papa, you the smoke, not good. Papa left for smoke because in Papa advice. Me, the Papa will not die. Making sure rest in peace. I'll be a chain smoker, cigarette, light, hotel lights. And maybe the then. When we come near God now, I remember one time, I don't concern, I don't fit him, I don't say, hey, pa. So this thing actually not good for you, everybody want to. I say, this the smoke, it about your heart. Say minus that way you blow command you know so, when you blow command that smoke. Don't know they around you, then they at least pass you. I talk today, what he do first, he left to send me. Papa made the smoke 5-5, he left for send me. After many years, we don't marry, we don't come on our house. One day, maybe mama they talk. I say, you papa, he don't left for smoke. No. I'm shocked. My father was a chain smoker. Me advice, begin advisor. So you said when a papa, mama, you know that it's left for send you teenage girl begin to man. Let man go the door with time because they bring money. You get teacher for become a girl. When you die tomorrow, you know they. Now I walk go to number. Before that, son of them go down for me gara. So I die. Son of them go down for soul. That way they, at least if wait until they do for them get money for himself, you know go give himself to man. Because if you go to man, one man after the other, now sickness is together so. Then when you die go, what should therefore you begin? Right life. What to do? Because of your selfishness, you destroy the picking life. But like on a kindness for the arrest of this country. On a kindness for the arrest of this country. And they carry on up now, and they give 2. And they come me with one day, one net. That's this big guy to now. I don't pass. But the way I will talk to the picking, it was maybe 2, 1 carry. So I say, I stop. Now ask him. Because I hear the picking say, I want Sabusa you day, you know, if you can't fend me, can't fend you. So I reverse. Now say, I ask the picking, you sabi this man? Then the guy interjects, hey, the person I did with this, that, the person I keep. You know, I've not been too convinced, but I'm not bad for creating scene. So I never can go over the tone. It's not the person when you do it in picking. Why you want to make it go friend you when the person on it? It's not what picking like that one. It's not the one where they monitor the community. They can count one small picking. I don't know, my sister, and they watch out. I didn't have bottom mango. I think the same small picking in this guy. That then turn up like a boyfriend girlfriend. I don't become upset now. What I go make some. I say, you sabi this guy. He say yes, nice, waiting, cousin or whatever. I don't know what to talk again. Now, so let me go to the cat about this corner. They talk. I say, well, I say no. If now you cousin or whatever you associate, it be. No can't see them at this dark corner. They talk with them. Go outside lights. They outside all man sooner. Because otherwise, they send someone that picture. If they can be so, I think otherwise I can arrest you for that. Of course, I get right for arrest you. Citizens arrest. They move commodity. You go say that may not concern me. I get girl picking. I don't want anybody spoil girl picking because it could be mine. That's how we change society. So because I'm forcing or busybody, morals, values. That's how we're gonna change this nation. We don't talk, we don't talk. It's getting better, and I'll tell you, I'm telling you, it's only going to get better. Now, this will need for you. By the grace of God, we take this to the communities and this nation. Starting with Freetown, we go upline, all side where God will make provision, we go. Let me carry this thing go. Let me talk to ghetto brothers them. Let me talk to sisters within our street. Make them understand, say, hey, this place can be better for you. If only you learn how to think and put yourself to work. That same way all like organize, get chilling. When I buy all the expensive drink in a day, we can cost millions. Chilling very expensive. You go make pool party where you don't eat and drink. The next thing you go to house, you check. You go to toilets, latrine, you go dump all your money don't go. No investment. What if I take that same chilling group, that WhatsApp group, that same money, on a buy one bus, one sprinter, put that where they go. That is it will make much more impact on our community. You can be an employee, an employer. You need a great job for you. That's how it works. That's how it works. Buy poda, monitor them. You area, big bakery. Some people eat and drink, you go toilet, eat and drink, they go dump them. No benefits to government too. You don't need government. All you need is your will. We are witnesses to it and they talk about so. No political connection, no nothing. But we obey the principles of life. And God will bless you because of that. That's how it works. Dignity in labor. Nobody not entitled to anything. We get people that will oversee Canada, family that will oversee Canada, America, England. When they ask them for one cent, when they ask them for 1 cent. What's a family, blood family them? When they ask them for anything. Because they're not obligated. If the member says something, tell God, thank you, fine. But when you know the act, say we are talking about me and my wife. When you say, hey, that can come with me this, let's try for me this. No. We use we brain, we think, we innovate. It takes some time, but at least you get there. That's how it works. That's how it works. Use this brain. Then we use the brain. I'm telling you, when you do that, you see how everything around you change. Then you get legitimate power. Okay, you already get the legitimate power actually. Then you go realize that you get the legitimate power for change. Anybody have for change in governance. Because when we come together as a community, we now fix the road. We now get that on our WhatsApp group. We now fix that road. There is no parliamentary where they can tell you anything. Because without all, you don't fix the road. Then among yourself, una choose one person when they go represent on our parliament. Sack all these idiots. Sack all of them. Don't get a job. That's how it works. Okay, I love this. I can go on and on and on. Okay, if you just not can't join, well, I'm glad you come. You've been listening and watching to Real Talk on the Lyrikal podcast with Jonathan Thorpe. We talk about principles of government, self-government. Still talk about morality. That's what we always say. We encourage you for liking the page. Also, If you get something we have to say, you have to ask questions, send them to me. If you didn't follow me for a very long time, we also will encourage you for be part of this conversation because not only no more for the do this as well. Me not to me one go for the talk all the time. So if you want to be part of this conversation every week, just message me on this page, inbox me. We will arrange and we will send you whatever today about, what we will talk about the following weeks. So will come, you add your voice. If you're ashamed or you're not bossing, we go able to add in voice to what they say about these things about life. We will change with country and with communities all over within our Salonians. Make one of them people that they connect you with them. When they bring a camera or can talk this talk. Because this talk is not to one talk. I will all talk. Now a difficult conversation, I understand that one day. To people go shy away from them. I know that one day because if I get backbone for talking, they can't hear so. We need to angel them. By the grace of God, we try to do it in right. By the grace of God. So let me all come, join and for bring this thing come so the nation will be a change, a place we will be proud of. Now, Sonne, multimedia technology, and then push this one, make it come to you. Same way, so the Lyrikal Praise Foundation, join out with initiative and make it come to you. So we'll meet again next week, Tuesday. I sure said next week we'll talk about attitude. We'll talk about attitude. Till then, my name is Jonathan Thorpe. Many thanks to the team who joined us behind the scenes for bringing this whole thing come to you all. Thank you so much to technical and all man we put on together for bringing this cap. So we'll meet again next week Tuesday. I'm signing out and say peace. God bless you.
Oh yeah, yeah. The breeze but the mighty, treasure by the beats. Oh, it's been a long time coming. Oh, one time stand not say. Bamboo chick not the broke but take it back. Oh, taking beats and talking jump. We all the family, may we follow the plan of peace, love, and harmony. All we need now for living unity. Forgive and forget, let we not go regret. You think they wake it happy anytime we fret. Boss knocking bando begin. Always do your best, not for hot you can be. Ring, are you ready for the ring? Make a call, let we talk, real talk. Oh yeah, hello. I can't think out, make no talk, real talk. Oh nah. I make you think out, let we talk, some real talk. Oh yeah. So you think come, yeah, for real talk. Oh yeah. Vanity, all not vanity, but that's gonna go stop pulling down and keep plenty. The other one, properly body. We think catch the other one from the talk. Now it's a beat. If you not like your reality, change your mentality. No forcing and fighting security. All you never tight, but keep up out of sight. In your darkest night, now ain't gonna be your light. Real talk. Oh yeah, hello. I can't think out, make no talk. Real talk. Oh nah. I make you think out, let me talk some real talk. Oh yeah. So you think come, yeah, for real talk. Oh yeah.
I know you're follow. Yeah, okay, I'll follow.